Beautiful. So, welcome everybody to this incredible masterclass. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah Studman, and this masterclass is about aligning your body for more love. So, we're going to be focusing on how to align your body so that you can welcome more love from your soulmate, more love from the people around you, more love to manifest that soulmate, whatever area you're at. If you're preparing for a baby, we're just going to be basically preparing you, making space for more love in your life. So if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, the healings will still happen, the transformations will still happen, and this recording will be available for a limited amount of time, so you'll be able to go through it and deepen the healing. And yeah, this is my gift to you guys. So we're just going to arrive for a moment. So I'm just going to invite you to just close your eyes for a moment and just take a deep breath in. And just congratulate yourself. Congratulate yourself for taking this time, but congratulate yourself for everything that you've done, all these amazing achievements, how far you've done. And just take a moment to place your hand on your heart and just thank your heart. Thank your heart for millions of beats that it's done since the day that you were in your mother's womb. And just imagine that you can just fill your heart with so much love. Just imagine that you can just tell your heart, thank you. Thank you for nourishing you. Thank you for supporting you. And the heart's the first thing that's created before the brain. So the plan of this masterclass is to come and reconnect you with that power of your heart. And sometimes we collect a lot of things in our hearts, the heartbreaks, the difficulties, the challenges. And so just set a powerful intention in this moment of releasing what no longer serves you, releasing the heaviness so that you have more love, so that your heart can beat stronger, so that you can transform those heartbreaks into heart strengths, so that you can share love, you can receive love, you can be more love. And just visualize your heart expanding as it breaks free from the heaviness. Just visualize what that would feel like to be free from all the heaviness, all the old traumas, all the old relationships. And just witness as your heart expands, and just set that intention that at the end of this session, your heart will be ready to love, ready to receive, ready to give more love. And that will just prepare you for your very best life. Beautiful. And just take a deep breath in. And just allow it to go all the way to the tip of your toes, nourishing every single cell of your body. Beautiful. Oh, you guys are so amazing. I just felt all your hearts lighting up. You guys are so ready for this session. You're so ready for this masterclass. And something beautiful happens when beautiful souls come together, when we're all coming together on a shared journey, on a shared path. The magic really unfolds. So this is why I love running these masterclasses, because when we all connect together on a shared path, miracles just unfold, and we're all holding hands, we're all in it together, and that just magnifies and intensifies all the magic, all the manifesting, all the wonderful transformations. So I feel so blessed that you guys have given me your time. I promise that I will do the very best that I can with it. I'm here to serve you, and I'm here to love you guys, and I'm here to hopefully inspire you and transform your lives. So I'm so excited. So in this masterclass, there were quite a few things that have come up, and I guess one way to sort of capture it is a little story that my son shared with me, and it just really brought together the masterclass. But it was like all the different pieces that I was thinking about, all the different things that I wanted to share. With his little story, he's not even 3 yet, and he managed to capture everything in this masterclass. So we were at the playground, and I said to my son, "Oh, let's go and play on that swing. It's my favorite swing." And he goes, "Oh, is that your favorite, Mum?" I said, "Yeah, let's go." And we laid on the swing. It's one of those ones that you can lay back in. And my son says, "Is that your favorite?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Do you keep it in your heart?" I said, what do you mean? He says, all the things that you love, you keep in your heart. And I said, yeah, I suppose so. And he says, please, please, mummy, am I in your heart? And I said, oh, of course you are. You started off in my heart. And then I explained to him that, he started off growing in my heart, and then he grew in my head, and then he grew in my womb, and then he's always in there, and he's in every single cell, and his whole face lit up. And then we talked about all the favorite things that we could add into our hearts, the people. And he says, is daddy in my heart? Is the football in my heart? And he just picked all these favorite things that he wanted to put in his heart. And he still says that. We talked about my horse, and he said, yeah, I love Flash. I'll keep him in my heart so he's close and he's safe. And it made me think that we just want to make space for all those wonderful things. And sometimes we collect those old relationships. Sometimes we collect those heartbreaks. Sometimes we collect all that heaviness. And sometimes we just don't have space for all of our favorite things. And even if they're in there, we can't access them as quickly because there's a lot of clutter that we have to go through to be able to find those favorite things. So my son has structured this masterclass in the sense that we're going to be making space in your heart for your favorite things. And that involves releasing those relationships that no longer serve you, releasing the heartbreak, releasing the emotions that they've left behind, that heaviness that we've left behind, so that you can really up-level your energy, so that you can really make space for more favorite things, because we've got loads of favorite things to add into your heart space. So this masterclass is for you if you're searching for a soulmate, if you've found a soulmate and you want more love, if you want to prepare for your miracle baby, if you've already got your miracle baby and you want to teach them how to have favorite things in their heart, whatever it is that you want, if it's more love that you want, and if you want to have all the favorite things, space for all your favorite things, then this masterclass is for you. So you found me for a reason, and I found you for a reason. Oh, I'm so excited. So with that little story in mind, the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about, we're going to try and cover a lot because there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of things I want to cover. So we'll do it in 3 main sections. But the first section is going to be about what I call, or what I found out, what I call hidden marriages. So I was reminded of a little story when I was in kindergarten. I think I was only about 6. And of course, you play mummies and daddies, or you get into the role playing and you learn how to cook, and you do all these little things in the kitchen, and you try and test out all these different roles. And I remember when I was 6, I had my very first husband. His name was Michael Knight, and we had a beautiful wedding. It was like all the friends were there. We were playing mummies and daddies. I remember having a beautiful little ring that was the shape of a daisy, I think it was, and made out of a couple of flowers. And it was the best day of my life, as weddings are supposed to be. But then the next day, the next game, he married my best friend. and so on and so forth. And he proceeded to marry a lot of women, a lot of girls, every time we played the game. But that was when I first created that idea of marriage, because I didn't know what it was. At 6 years old, is it the happily ever after? You have a big party and then you live happily ever after? Is it what mummy and daddies do? Is it the arguments? What is marriage to you? I mean, you can type it in the chat. What comes up when I say the word marriage? Because you can even be married to a job. You can be married to a person, and your mind can make these little clicks without you even realizing. So we'll be going through that in a minute, but you can actually identify these hidden marriages, and I'm going to be guiding you through that, and then we're going to be releasing them. So my first husband's name was Michael Knight, and I used the muscle testing technique to find out I was still married to him, because my 6-year-old self believed that was a marriage, and believed that and you can imagine what beliefs I created from that 6-year-old self. If I get married, it's not going to last. If I get married, he's going to leave me for my best friend. If I get married, he's going to find lots of other people, and I'm not going to be good enough. If I get married, it's not going to last. I need to make sure that it's that it's going to last. And you've seen your parents, you've seen so many different images of marriage that have sort of layered upon each other. And what we want to do now is actually identify what those are, and be able to release them so that you don't have to be married to them anymore. You don't have to hold on to that belief. You might have even been, when you were practicing writing your crush's surname, I'm going to be Sarah so-and-so. And you might have practiced the signature thinking that you're going to fall in love with them and everything's going to be beautiful. And your mind might say, okay, we're married to that person. Okay, that means we're married to that person. And you actually have all these hidden marriages that have created all these beliefs that are in the back of your head. So even if you're with your current soulmate, even if you're planning to get married, you're carrying all these different levels with you. And then all of a sudden you think they're going to marry your best friend and it just comes out of the blue. So we're going to identify those and we're going to shift them. Who's excited about that? And as I talked, does anyone have any names that popped into your head? So just close your eyes actually. And just allow your brain to take you to the first name that comes into your head. It might be somebody that you don't expect, somebody that comes up a lot. You might know who they are, or you might just suddenly get a random memory of when you were 6 years old. Just trust that. Might be a few that come up. So just think of the names. Think of the person. Maybe it was a first crush. Maybe you were hoping to marry them. Maybe it was a first kiss. Then your younger version of you just said, oh, this must be a marriage. I think I got the sound. So and so and so and so, sitting on a tree, Kissing. So it might be a little thing like that. Just get might be a couple of names, might be just one big one. And then just type in the chat and let me know if you've got one that suddenly came up. Perfect. And it was interesting, I cleared a lot of them. And when I got this inspiration to share it for the masterclass, I tested a few and there was still some there. The 6-year-old one was there, so he's obviously come up to be cleared. Has everyone else got one? At least one. Oh, amazing. Yeah, your mind has a funny way when it's trying to find out what marriage is, it anchors different experiences to what it could be because it wants to keep you safe. It wants to predict what's going to happen. So your mind holds on to these experiences as a way of, interpreting the world. A first crush. Happy days. Pretend play. Yes. Yeah. Several names. We were playing, plus a girl, we were playing as kids to be married. Yeah. It's really powerful because it's so, in every culture, it's in every country, it's in every experience in some way. And so what we believe, we probably didn't think when we were 6 years old that it was a legal document that we needed to get to be able to share a bank account or something like that. We didn't think about it that way. Yes. Yeah, so there might be some potential names that you just want to check. Definitely. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to use an amazing technique. Some of you might be used to it because I do share it a lot. Oh, wow. Married to my father. Yes, let's clear that. It's interesting because there are so many beliefs around marriage. It's so complex. And sometimes we don't look at it and then suddenly something triggers in a relationship and we don't even realize why. So this is the plan. We're going to clear it. So most of you would have used something called muscle testing, but I'll guide you through it. And what we're going to do is muscle test to find out if it's a yes that you're still married to them. And you can test a couple of different names as well. And then we're going to clear it. So I'll just demonstrate it first. I'll explain it first. So you can stand up nice and tall. And then you just say the words yes, yes, yes. And you'll notice your body will just gently tip forward when it's a yes. And then you just come back to center. And then you just say the words no, no, no. And just allow your body to just gently tip backwards. So I'll do that just now. So if I say the words yes, 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 my body will just gently tip forward. And if I say the words no, 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 it'll just gently Do it backwards. So that's the easiest way. So you're welcome to give it a go. Some of my theta healers, you might have a different way of muscle testing, so go for that. I sometimes use the finger method, but the standing up one's the easiest to learn if you're quite new to it. Okay, so now you can muscle test. So you can say the words out loud. I am married to, and then use their name. I am married to Michael Knight. I am married to whoever it is. And you can go through a couple of names. You can even ask if you're married to a job. I am married to a workplace. I'm married to a crush. I'm married to my father. I'm married to school. I'm married to obligations. It can be so many different things. And some hidden marriages. Married to a job. Yes. Yeah, that's really powerful. I was as well. Yeah. And you can even muscle test particular jobs, particular workplaces as well. It's really powerful. So yeah, we're just muscle testing. Oh, I'm married to myself and then to, yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, Pam, we're just muscle testing to see if we've got any hidden marriages. So if there's some like crush that you've had or something along those lines, you can actually just muscle test to see if you're still married to them. So I'm married to Michael Knight, I'm married to a job, and just muscle test and see if there's a yes somewhere. Married to a country. Oh, that's interesting. I need to muscle test that. That's interesting. I'm married to. Oh, I've got that one as well. I never thought of that. I'm married to Kenya. Very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Oh, wow. Yeah, I never thought of that. Beautiful. I'm married to my family, family responsibilities and obligations. Yeah. Wow. So lots and lots and lots of hidden marriages. So you can imagine how complicated it gets when you bring all those different marriages into a new or current relationship. And it layers and it stacks on different things. Excuse me. Oh, happy birthday, Pfizer. Happy birthday. Thanks for joining. Amazing. You can even be married to Prince Charming in different films that you've seen as well. Wow. And you can also ask how many marriages you've got. Oh, brilliant. Pfizer, nice to meet you. Nice to see you, sorry. Okay, so I think, oh, bless, Pfizer, lovely to see you. We were just muscle testing to see what hidden marriages we've got. So we're just using the muscle testing technique to say I'm married to a crush, I'm married to a person, I'm married to a country, I'm married to a job, married to past lives. So yeah, and Pfizer, the replay will be part of the group program, which you're already enrolled on as well. So you'll have lifetime access to that. So don't worry if you don't hear it all because you're outside. Okay. Amazing. So let's just close our eyes. And are you guys, type in the chat, are you guys all ready to release these marriages? Have you all got some marriages to release? Yes. Type it in the chat. Are you ready? Let's set the intention. Ready, ready, ready. Beautiful. Type it in the chat. Let me know that you're ready. Amazing. Married to my family, to a job. And to my, oh wow, that's really interesting. I never thought of that. To my anxiety. Oh wow, that's really interesting. And absolutely, because we all have a different interpretation of marriage and how we adjust to things. So yeah, you can be married to a challenge, a difficulty, an illness. Yeah, because a marriage is maybe just something that you feel is going to be there eternally, or it's going to be there forever. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's shift it. So just pick two or three. Make sure that you remember them. You can write them down or just know them. And just close your eyes for me. And just take a deep breath in. And just say to yourself, you're ready to release them. Take a deep breath in and just breathe out with the intention that you're going to be releasing them completely now. Beautiful. Okay, so now just connecting to your heart again, your big, beautiful heart. You can place your hand on your heart if that feels aligned with you. Beautiful. And now just imagine that you can just breathe in this beautiful heart energy all the way into the earth, into the tip of your toes. Take a deep breath in and just imagine that you can breathe all the way into the center of the earth with the in-breath. And as you breathe out, just imagine that you can just take all the energy from Mother Earth all the way to the top of your head. And then just breathe it into the earth. And then just allow Mother Earth to just give you a beautiful blessing into every single cell of your body, all the way to the top of your head. Now I'm just going to take you through a visualization, and don't worry if your mind gets in the way, the visualization will still work, it will still shift, the magic will still happen, but just invite yourself to just bring yourself back to this, to my voice. Beautiful. Now just imagine that you're a beautiful bubble above your head, and just imagine and pretend that you're inside this bubble as you go up higher and higher and higher, past the stars, past all the planets, the Milky Way, the galaxy. And as you go up higher and higher and higher, just allow yourself to relax even more. Allow yourself to just float up as you go, as if you could go beyond the universe. Passing some layers and layers of light, some bright lights, sparkly lights, dark lights, blue lights. Imagine that you can go through these, up higher and higher and higher, like a glass elevator. And then just imagine that you get to this beautiful golden light, this sparkly magical energy. And I invite you to just take some of this magic energy with you, this beautiful fairy dust with you, and just allow it to surround your beautiful bubble with beautiful magical blessings as you expand even further, up higher and higher and higher until you see this jelly-like substance with all the different colors of the universe. And you see a beautiful pink mist, which is the law of compassion. Just imagine that you can go through that into this beautiful white light, the energy of unconditional love. And just allow your bubble to dissolve in this energy. And just imagine that you're one with this beautiful energy, this unconditional love. Beautiful. And just allow this unconditional love to go into every single cell of your body. And just snuggle into this love like it's a really nice cozy blanket just for you. And just allow every single cell to just drink in this beautiful unconditional love. Knowing that you're born from this energy, knowing that you are part of this energy. And just allow it to cleanse each and every cell. So just washing away anything that no longer serves you. Just allowing it to wash into the earth. And just allowing your beautiful cells to sparkle. Beautiful bones to giggle and laugh and dance. Beautiful. Okay, now just tune into your body and just notice if there is any blockages or any cords attached into your body from these people, from the job, whatever it is. Just pick one for now. Just pick one person or one job, whatever felt like the heaviest or the most powerful. And just tune in to the cord that connects you. And just notice where it is in your body. It's in your heart space. Maybe it's several different cords. Maybe it's in your womb space. Just imagine that you can just connect to where that energy is in your body. You might get a knowingness, you might get a feeling, you might get an instinct, or you might not be fully aware of it yet. Just trust. Your body knows and knows where it is and knows how to release it. Okay. Now just visualizing this white light going to that area and just expanding like roots from your body into this cord. And as it does so, it just starts to dissolve the cord right from the roots. So if you feel it in your heart, allow your heart to fill up with unconditional love, with this beautiful white light. And then just allow it to expand into this cord. And as it does so, the cord starts to vanish like a cloud. The cord starts to dissolve, evaporate. Maybe it's a bit stuck, so just take another deep breath in. Allow your heart to swell up with even more love. And then like a big tidal wave, just imagine that you can just push that love into that cord to start dissolving it. And if any emotions come up, any frustration, heartbreak, anything that comes up, I just invite you to acknowledge it, notice it, and then just send another wave, releasing those emotions with the cord. Beautiful. And again, just noticing it and just pushing it away through this unconditional love and just letting it witness as it just dissolves into a cloud. And that it's just blown away from you, that you know who you are without this cord, you know who you are without this person. You know who you are without these people's energy, without their heartbreak, without anything that you experience with them, that you can now release the heaviness of it, you can now release the emotional burden of it. Okay. And then in your mind, I just want to invite you to say to them, I energetically divorce you. I physically divorce you. I spiritually divorce you. I mentally divorce you. And just say that until you can see the cords no longer attached at all. Okay, so there's some resistance to some of the people. So we're just going to invite the ocean alignment to come through. So what I invite you to do is just imagine that you're connected to the earth. And just imagine that you've got deep roots all the way through the earth. And then just imagine those roots go to every single molecule of water. Every sea, every river, every lake. Just imagine that you can just connect to every single molecule of water on the earth. And then just imagine with these beautiful roots from the bottom of your feet, I just want you to imagine that you can just drink up the power and the energy and the essence of the water. And then just imagine that you can just push it through your body from the tip of your toes all the way to the top of your head. And just allow it to just go like a beautiful waterfall from the top of your head. And breathe in that water alignment, the ocean alignment, all the way to the tip of your head. And then just expand it out. You might notice all the different rainbows of blues from the light. You might notice all the different colors. You might notice the sensations, the messages from the water. But just allow the power of the water to just wash it all away. So again, bringing the ocean alignment from the tip of your toes, going through your body, through the cells, through those cords, and expanding above your head. That's much better. We love the ocean alignment. Beautiful. And just allowing it a few more times just to cleanse your body, to cleanse any fragments, any imprints, any emotions, and just washing you clean from them. Completing the divorce, completing the contracts, completing the obligations. And just know that when you cut these cords, it doesn't mean you have to get rid of them if they're your family or the obligations. It just means that you can see clearly, you can connect through love, and then you can make decisions. So you don't have to give them your energy. You can connect from a higher level with more love, and then you can connect through the ocean. You can connect through the unconditional love of the creator. You can just make a deeper connection. So it doesn't mean that you're cutting them out of your lives forever if there's someone that's fairly close to you. It just means that you're cleansing that bond, cleansing that relationship. So now you can choose to have a stronger relationship through the unconditional love, through the ocean, through all those powerful energies within you. It just means that you've got a choice now. So just allow yourself to have that choice. What it feels like to have a relationship through that unconditional love, what it feels like to remain strong in your energy and be able to see relationships clearly, and that you don't have to cut them out completely. You're just making space for a purer, more stronger relationship if you choose. So you now have the choice. Oh, that's much better. Oh, amazing. So now just place your hand on your heart and just allow your heart to be filled up with love. And just go with whatever feels most comfortable for you. It might be that white light, it might be the ocean, for my beautiful water babies. Just allow your heart to fill up with that unconditional love, that energy, and just witness as it goes around your entire body, as it circulates around from your heart into every single cell, into your muscles, into your brain. And just allow this new powerful energy to integrate into you. This energy that's free from the heaviness. And just allow this pure energy, this love, to just nourish every single cell of your body. Beautiful. Amazing. So just coming back into your body, wiggling your toes and just feeling the ground, the gravity underneath you. And just deep breath in. And open your eyes with a beautiful big smile, knowing that you're free, knowing that you can relax, knowing that it's now been dissolved, and that you now have a choice on what kind of relationship you would like to have with them, if any. Beautiful. Wow. How does that feel? You might want to zip up your energy. Thanks for that reminder, Kennedy. I love that. Yep. Zip up your energy, shake your body, shift all that energy, do whatever feels right. This is the new you. Ah, amazing. So, how did that feel? Some of you might feel straight away that it's shifted, but I'm also going to invite you guys to muscle test and just make sure it's gone. So, using the same technique, just make sure you zip up your energy first. And then you can use the standing technique, which again, if you say the words yes, 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 your body will just gently tip forward. And if you say the words no, 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 your body will just gently tip backwards. And then just the muscle test, I'm married to. And yeah, let's see what's shifted. Your energy, all of your energies just lit up. It was so beautiful. It's almost like I felt there was a little bit of resistance with few things, and then as soon as the ocean alignment came through, and the permission to have a relationship with them, but on your own terms, it just like everything just shedded. It was so gorgeous. Oh, I'm feeling super calm and very beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love that. So am I. I love that. Oh, I love connecting to all your energies. I'm feeling lighter than before. Super cool. Oh, I love that. Yeah. It feels like I've let go of a whole layer, like a cocoon around a butterfly. It's almost like, okay, I can breathe, I can fly, I can do something. So if you muscle test the marriages that you had before, have they shifted? Does it feel like they're still there? You're welcome to write it in the chat. And so we've done like the first, shifted. Yay. That was 5, wasn't it, Katka? 5 marrieds. Not anymore. Was that not anymore? Not married anymore, Justina? 2 to your job, was it? Shifted? Yes. Yes. Minimally 5. Wow. Not married to my job anymore. Yay. Mine didn't shift. So sometimes there are layers. And there's actually about 5 layers, which I'll go into in just a minute. Yeah. I'm feeling lighter too. They all shifted. I feel calm. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. When I test, I still have hidden marriages in the past lifetimes. Yeah. Yeah, so you can still muscle test. So that we've just done a taster or use the technique for a few, and you can actually go through all the others as well. I also got that I won't be married in this lifetime. I'd like to change that. Yeah, so Sabina, just muscle test to see if you have any other marriages, and to see if that means you can't get married. And then when you shift those, you might feel that that belief goes away as well. So it might be if you still believe that you're married to someone else, or maybe in the past lives as well. But yes, we'll shift that, don't you worry. You're on the group program, so we've got a whole session dedicated to that. Yeah, we've got a whole session dedicated to that. So with this, with the hidden marriages, I also got, yeah. So yeah, so basically with these hidden marriages, there's like 5 levels to them. So what we've done at the moment is we've done the cords, which is like the surface level, which is where we tend to drain all our energy from, where we feel the drain. And when we think of them, we feel like deflated. So we've done the first level, so that's really shifted. And you guys can do that for all the other marriages as well. And using the muscle technique, you can identify more of them. But then there's a deeper level where we release the soul contracts, the obligations, all the promises that you've made. And then there's the DNA level, because you get DNA imprints from people, and especially someone that you've opened your heart to, it can be on the DNA level as well. So we're going to shift that. And it can also be on the heart level. So we're going to shift the heartbreak of it, because we might still feel that heaviness in our heart and heaviness in our soul. And sometimes we can actually hold on to their part of their soul, or we feel that we've given them part of our soul. So it can actually go as deep as like the soul level. So different marriages, different relationships go on different levels. So some of them, I think I had one that covered all 5 of them. That was really deep. Whereas other ones, like the one I had when I was 6 years old, was only a surface level, and it was just a belief that my 6-year-old self had held on to. But it was just purely a cord and the beliefs that went with that cord. So yeah, so that leads me to the group program. We're going to be dedicating a whole session to that. So we're going to be, it will have more time and more space to literally go straight into all 5 layers, so that you guys can explore what marriages you had before the session. You can use the muscle testing technique to write a list, because that always helps. And then when you actually come into the session, you'll be able to have that whole list, and we'll be able to deep dive into all of them. So we just want to clear all of them as much as we can. What was the 5th level? I think I got confused about which one it was, but I think it was the heart and the soul. So sometimes we take on part of their soul, or we feel like we have to give them part of our soul. And that's where it gets confusing, because we might have parts of their soul or believe that we have. And also to do with the word soulmate as well. So if we're married and we feel like we've got a soulmate, we might feel like we've got multiple soulmates, which makes us feel like our soul is different, is not whole, because it's in different parts. So yeah, so we've got 5 layers. So we're going to go through all those 5 layers, and we're going to go through the list. So you guys will have an opportunity to actually write that list before the session, muscle test it, and you'll be able to come to that whole session that's dedicated to that. So I'm really excited. It's going to shift loads. Oh, past life marriages have now cleared. Oh, I feel very relieved. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because a lot of the beliefs were marriages for forever. So if we've had them in past lives and we're carrying them on, we might still believe that marriage is forever. So yeah, there's loads of layers. There's the beliefs around it, what we actually think marriage is, what our brains interpreted, what we've carried and what in our DNA, and also what beliefs we've collected from the country as well. So we might feel like we're married to our country. We might have that obligation that you're married to your family, you're connected to your family through marriage. So there's so many layers. So we're going to just blast away through those, and that whole session that's dedicated to that. So I'm very excited. But you can use this technique straight away to explore it. You can actually listen to the meditation again with the replay that will be available for a little while. So yeah, we can definitely shift that. So I'm really excited. So the next part, I'm hoping I'm going to be okay with time, but we'll go for it. The next thing that can happen within a relationship, I just missed a comment. I don't like to miss comments. It's even because some people, when doing a wedding vow, say forever till death do us part. Yeah. So if you imagine you've had a marriage that you've carried through your whole life, yeah, very interesting. It's interesting, isn't it? It's a fantastic, different cultures, and there's so many different layers. So yeah, very exciting. So you've had all these hidden marriages. We're going to identify them. We're going to shift them on all 5 levels, and we're going to clear all of that. But when we're in a relationship, there might be different emotions that were triggered. So, for example, heartbreak, for example, low self-esteem, for example, lack of trust. Maybe someone broke your heart. Maybe that betrayal made you struggle to trust again. When you married your best friend, you struggled to trust that they're not going to do the same thing again. And what they can do is actually leave emotions. And so emotions are just energy in motion. They cycle around, you experience them, and then they're supposed to be released and you restart again. But the problem is we tend to suppress our emotions, or we tend to have comfort food, or we tend to eat those emotions. So we might feel really heartbroken that the relationship's ended, and go for the ice cream and have a binge on the ice cream and all the comfort food that we want to have. And when we do that, we basically eating those emotions into our body, and they get trapped in our body. They sort of stagnate. They don't get processed. And especially when we eat processed food, those emotions still get suppressed and unprocessed. And these just basically get trapped in our body. And different areas of our body, different aspects of our body hold those emotions. So each one has specific emotions that they hold on to. For example, our liver predominantly holds on to the anger and the frustration. Our heart holds on to heartbreak and betrayal, because it wants to protect you. It wants to look after you. And one of the things that I realized recently when I was trying to lose weight or release weight, was a lot of the fat cells actually hold the emotion of guilt. So as soon as you go on a diet, and as soon as you're thinking about releasing the weight, as soon as it starts to release, you tend to get a flood of those emotions of guilt, low self-esteem, and all that sort of stuff comes through, because as you release the fat molecules, the emotions are also being released, which sort of sabotages the diet, because you think it's about the food, or you think it's about everything else, but actually those emotions haven't been released. They've been held in your body for so long, and they've been held in the organs. When you start to shift it, that's when you sort of experience those emotions, which can be quite overwhelming, which I've experienced myself. And once I was able to release the emotions, I managed to release the weight, which was incredible, because I'd tried so many diets, I'd beaten myself up so many times, and it just sort of, as soon as I decided I wanted to reduce my weight, all those emotions would be triggered, and I'd go back to square one. And actually, once I released those emotions, it just made it easier to realize that, okay, I'm feeling guilty. That's okay. I can forgive myself. It's not actually because of something I've done. It's because something that I swallowed, I hadn't processed for a long time. And now I can just release it. It's like, okay, let's let it all out. Let's lighten the load. So yeah, what we call these is called trapped emotions, and we can have loads of these in our body. And when they build up, they can cause disease, because there's a blockage of that energy within our body. Again, another whole session dedicated to that on the group program. But basically, each emotion is slightly different. So you've got anger, which is like really fiery, and you've got like sadness, which is quite stagnant. And each of those emotions has a feel to it. And each of those emotions has that heaviness in your body. And so we just want to release them. So let's do that. Are you guys ready to find the easy way to do it? So let's release the trapped emotions. So just close your eyes for a moment and just notice an area in your body. And just notice the density of that area, if it's heavy, if it's light, if it's got a color. Okay. And just imagine that you can just look into that area. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Does it feel like it's flowing? Does it feel like it's stagnant? And just ask your body, what is that feeling? What is that heaviness? What is that emotion that's trapped in that area? For a lot of you, it's grief and struggle is the ones that are coming up. Frustration I'm seeing in like someone's jaw, that feeling of like frustration. In your throat is the feeling of unheard. And you might even tune into your heart and feel that there's like a wall around your heart, or a bit of feeling of heartbreak or heaviness. Just notice. Okay, you guys are all intuitive, so you might have picked up on a few of those emotions. But what I'll invite you to do now is just muscle test which emotions you have that are trapped. So just saying the words, just muscle, make sure it's working, and then just say the words, I have a trapped emotion of guilt, I have a trapped emotion of sorrow, I have a trapped emotion of grief, and you can just go through those and just select a couple of them so we can clear them. And you can write them in the chat, because as you write them in the chat, I'm witnessing them healed anyway, because I like to speed things up. But also you might give someone else an insight as to what emotions they might have trapped as well. And you can also muscle test to see if you've got a heart wall, a wall of emotions around your heart that's hiding your heart. It's like a heart wall of different emotions that have stacked on your heart wall. Fear and shame in my stomach. Yeah, we hold a lot of shame in our stomachs and fear. And you feel that as soon as you feel that fear, it gurgles in your stomach and you can feel that. Yeah, definitely. I have a trapped emotion of sadness and stress in my stomach. Yeah. Yeah, I can tune into, it feels like a greenish, yellowish energy, but it just feels really sluggish for both of the stomach ones. And sad. Yeah, a lot of sadness. Anyone else? Type it in the chat and then I'll clear it. Or I'll focus on this. But someone that's got like heaviness in the kidneys, like a grief. I have guilt and trapped in my belly. I have fear in torso, anger on left collarbone, and guilt. Yeah, I definitely picked up the guilt before I had the session, like yesterday. I thought that's going to be one that we have to clear. And the fear was a big one. Wow. Okay, are we ready to clear them? Let's shift it. Shame, grief, frustration, shame. Yeah, shame is a really common one, especially for us women. For some reason, they put that label on women in general. And so it's easy to pick those labels and keep them as our own. But today we release that. We're declaring it now. That's it. No more. Sadness. Sadness, loneliness, helplessness. Yeah. I feel guilty. Last Thursday during lunchtime, it was, wow, and sorrow in my eyes. Okay, let's shift everything. Okay, so just closing your eyes. I just want you to imagine that area in your body. And just come back to that area. And just acknowledge it. Just listen to it. Just say, I hear you. I understand you. I acknowledge you. And if it feels comfortable, just press the middle of the palms of your hands. So just activate your hand chakras, just pressing a bit of pressure in the middle of your hands. A little bit of Reiki going on here. And then just tap your heart space for me. So just tap your heart with your tip of your fingers. And then just tap the top of your head, just to feel that connection. Beautiful. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so now just visualizing that emotion in your body. And we're just going to place a beautiful little crystal, a little diamond in that area. And just witness, it might be several diamonds in the eyes, in the stomach, in the everywhere. And just witness as that starts to spread and that starts to break it down, that tension. And just allow that area of your body to start releasing the rocks, releasing the heaviness. Allow the diamond to shine brighter and brighter and brighter, and allow it to spread rainbows through your body. Okay. What I'm seeing now is it's spinning, so allow this diamond to spin. And as it spins, just witness as the light or the energy just disintegrates the trapped emotion. Yawn, move, shift, whatever it is that you need to do to release this. You might want to place a hand on the area that you're feeling it, and just imagine that you can send love. Just place your hands on wherever you feel that calling. And just trust that it's dissolving. Trust that it's shifting. Move your body, shift your body. Okay. Now, for each of you, I'm just going to imagine that I'm just coming over with a magical wand and just dissolving everything else that needs to be dissolved. And just imagine that you can just say, I release all the guilt, I release all the sadness. And just allow it to continue spinning that beautiful diamond. Allow it to spin faster and faster and faster. And just witness that energy going into your entire body. Beautiful. Okay, and just allow it to spin faster and brighter and stronger. And then just almost tap the area of your body that needs it. And just, it might not be the same area, but just tap somewhere. And just feel the vibrations and allow those, sort of the dust of those trapped emotions to be released. So just tap the area, shift the area, touch the area. Trust your intuition, you know what to do. Your body knows what to do. And just imagine that you're making space for those favorite things. As you release these emotions, you have a choice now. You're making space for those favorite things. Amazing. And just shift and move and do whatever you have to do. Oh, that's much better. Okay. And now just imagine that you're in a bubble of energy with this unconditional love. I'm just going to bring you into this beautiful bubble of energy. It's like blues and purples. And in this safety bubble, I just want to invite you to focus on something that you'd like to activate this diamond with. Is it gratitude? Is it happiness? Is it joy? And we're going to replace this emotion. We're going to fuel it. We're going to light up the diamond with a positive emotion. So the most powerful one is gratitude. So I just want you to place your hand on your heart and just think of something that you're grateful for. Think of someone, a memory that you're grateful for, something in your life that you're grateful for. And just feel your heart smile and light up with this gratitude. Maybe it's a laughter that you had where your sides hurt. Maybe it was having fun with an amazing child. Maybe it was manifesting your dream home, or you're finding your soulmate. Whatever it is, I just want you to visualize it. What could you see? What could you hear? Focus on it. And just send that to the diamond and allow the diamond to spin even faster. But this time it's going to spin with a different color as it's encoding the energy of gratitude into this area. It's the antidote of guilt. It's the antidote of sadness. It's the antidote of fear, because fear and gratitude can't live in the same home. And just allow it to spin, allow it to activate. Beautiful. And just take a deep breath in and just imagine that your feet can ground this energy all the way into the earth. So just visualizing those roots all the way to the heart of the earth. And just drinking up this beautiful grounded energy. And just visualize yourself as this powerful oak tree, knowing that you can release these emotions, knowing that you can release these trapped emotions, and knowing that you can be stronger, more powerful, without all the clutter. So you can now step into your power. And just bring in that beautiful energy. Wow, that's much better. Amazing. So you can visualize this several times, because there were several emotions that you just sort of found in different areas of the brain. So you can different areas of the body. So you can focus this on other areas as well. Okay, that's beautiful. So when you're ready, you're welcome to open your eyes. Free, stronger. You've turned in your challenges into your strengths. And that's what it's all about. Ah, amazing. How's everyone feeling? Oh, it's normal to yawn. It's normal to cry. It's normal to release it in any way possible. Sorry. So yeah, that's a good sign. Amazing. So if you want to, you can muscle test and see if those have shifted. If you just have a knowingness, if you just feel lighter, freer, just trust. You can type it in the chat if you want to. How did that feel? What shifted? And you can use this technique. And I've actually got a whole meditation on this. So I've got this group program coming up, but I've actually added a whole load more stuff. So I'm going to do a whole meditation on trapped emotions and a video as well, so that you can help understand that and you can listen through that to release every single layer. Because we all, as humans, we have lots of layers. As you guys are all on the journey, you can see all the different layers that we have. But yeah, even when you listen through this again, you can just visualize those beautiful diamonds coming in and just spinning the trapped emotion away, and moving your body, tapping your body, shifting it so that you can get it really into the physical, and then planting a new sort of encoding the diamond with something else as well. So something more positive. And basically that's what we're going to do, is we're going to go through all those trapped emotions. We're going to be shifting all of that, deepening it, and then layering it. So basically you're going to be building a house of gratitude. You're going to be like deepening that level, so that when you go to that part of your body, you're actually accessing this treasure chest of positive emotions. You're accessing this treasure chest of gratitude, of happiness, of love, that you can actually just go to. So instead of thinking, oh, my heart feels really heavy, it's like, oh, my heart's got lots of treasures. I've got gold in there. I've got all these diamonds that remind me to be grateful. So we want to shift it from those trapped emotions to those empowering emotions, so that you can really use your body to store the good stuff. Yes, all shifted. Yep, yawning in tears. That's always good. Definitely. And when you yawn, it's coming out all the way from the deepness, from within, which is really powerful. And it's also a sigh of relief as well. We've been carrying these trapped emotions for so long. And this day and age, we're not supposed to feel sad or angry or frustrated or, we're supposed to have the stiff upper lip and pretend everything's okay. which means we're just pushing all that stuff down, and we don't need to carry it. Just free yourself from that. Free yourself from the relationships, free yourself from the trapped emotions that they left behind, so that you're clearing yourself, you're becoming a blank slate for more of the favorite things. So that's the whole idea of, yeah, of what we're doing. It's so exciting. So yeah, this is what's all come up. So yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And it's just making space for the favorite things in your heart. That's what it's all about. So yeah, so today we've released those relationships. So identified the hidden marriages and then released those hidden marriages. So we've released the cords, but don't forget there's like 5 different layers. So if they come back, it might be that it might be on a deeper level. So we might just need to shift it. But yeah, different people, different things have different levels. So yeah, it depends on how deep it goes. But yeah, we're going to be shifting all of that. And then trapped emotions, we don't need to carry those trapped emotions. So energy in motion gets stuck in your body, it gets unprocessed, and it gets like, it blocks those cells, it blocks the process, it blocks the flow. So actually when you shift that, then you have more flow, you can enjoy more, you can go with the flow of life. And then we basically want to build these little treasure chests so that you can access them. It's like, instead of thinking, oh, my heart feels heavy, or my stomach has lots of fear, oh, I'm feeling a lot of shame today, it's like, oh, I'm feeling some tingliness over here. Let's access this treasure chest. Oh, there's happiness in there. Oh, there's joy. Oh, I'm going to access this for gratitude. And it's actually just encoding your body from like shifting the heaviness, the rocks, to the crystals, to the gemstones. So that's like the journey that we want to transform to. And then the next level is really exciting, is getting clear about what you want and deciding what your favorite things are. Because a lot of us know what we don't want, but we need to know what we do want to be able to manifest it. And the way that I have that idea with the universe, the way that I see it, is we decide what cake we want. So if it's going to be a chocolate cake, if we want strawberries, we sort of have an idea of what we want. Then we get the recipe list and we know what it is, what the ingredients are, how much we want of it. So we want some happiness, we want some joy, we want some connection, and just figure out which are your priorities, which are the most important ingredients to sort of add to this cake. And then we've got to get some ideas of how we want to mix this cake, how we want to create the cake. And the cake might represent a relationship, it might represent your house, it might represent something that you desire in this world. And we just want to get an idea of those exact ingredients, because we're all different. One person might like chocolate cake, one person might like vanilla. It doesn't matter. And so basically, we're just going to come up with the recipe for your best life. We're going to come up with the ingredients. We're going to know the quantities of what it is that you want, the priorities of what it is that you want in your soulmate, what relationship you want to have, the passion, the enjoyment, the intimacy, whatever it is. We're going to create that list of ingredients. And then we're going to get in the vibe of what it feels like to have that cake, what it feels like to enjoy that, what it feels like to have our cake and eat it. But the beautiful thing is, when we get into alignment of those ingredients, we actually let the universe decorate the cake for us. So we get the enjoyment of the cake, we built what we want, and then we let the universe decorate it. And this is the best part, because this is exactly what happened with my house that I manifested, and it just describes it perfectly. So I knew what I didn't want, because I looked at different houses and they weren't the right ones. And I remember I kept saying to myself, oh, it's going to be better. Oh, that means it's going to be better. And I'd get myself into this mindset of, next, it's going to be better. It's going to be better. It's going to be better. So I was in such a high state. And I knew I wanted a 4-bedroom house. I knew that I wanted an office so that I could serve you guys, so that I could support you guys, so that I could transform things. And I kind of had an idea. And when I saw the house, it was literally, it happened straight away. We were supposed to see a show home. The house came online. I put an offer the same, like within 10 minutes. I knew it was the house for me. But then the universe decorated it with an amazing neighbor that's into theta healing and loves my sessions and supports me, with 2 miracle babies on either side of me. So I get to see these miracle babies that were prem. I actually see miracles walking around the street to remind me of the great work that I do. I've got someone that lives next door that's also got a horse that's from Africa. So I've had all these amazing connections, and I've got an amazing dance session with a lady. This is the amazing magic of the universe. I have a dance session that I go to, with a lady that actually grew up in Kenya at the same time I did. And I'm all the way in Milton Keynes in the UK. So I couldn't have decorated the cake with a Kenyan that does dance sessions. It brings all the Kenyan songs. So every day I get a dose of, every week I get a dose of home with an amazing community of women that are, yeah, beautiful. So the universe decorates the cake. All you have to do is decide what it is that you want in the cake, what it is that you want, the ingredients that you want, what flavors you want to experience, what passion, the joy, the emotions. And the universe, if you allow them, will go above and beyond and send you a dance class that you could have never. I never put that on my wish list. I should have, but I didn't. And so it was even better than I imagined. So that's basically what we want to do, is clear all the old junk, all the old hidden marriages, all the old beliefs that we've collected. Don't need that anymore. Declutter that. Clear out all the dust of the emotions and the trapped emotions and shift all of that. And then make space for our favorite things. But we have to decide what our favorite things are. We have to think about what it is that we really truly want, not because someone told us, not because of the old relationships, not because of our pre-beliefs about marriage, but what we truly want from our heart, from our soul. And when we're in full alignment with that, the universe brings you the most incredible dance instructor that's from the same country, even halfway around the world. So that's the level that we want to get to. So we just have to figure out exactly what we do want. And it's just magical to do it together, because as you share something, someone else thinks, oh, actually, I could do with that ingredient of passion. Oh, actually, I do want some more intimacy. Oh, I do want that little connection. So actually, as we share it in a group, it actually magnifies it. And then we all like magnify the energy like we did today, to step it up so that we can really like, yeah, magnetize it quicker. We want results quicker. Life's too short not to. And then the final sort of section, the final journey, is to align all this new energy with your mind, body, and soul. So it's the mind, body, and soul synchronicities, which is this new manifesting technique that I've discovered, that have been revealed to me. And it's all about the mind, body, and soul synchronicity to work together to bring your manifestations even quicker than you ever imagined. And that's where the icing on the cake, the decorations come in. And it's better than we ever imagined. That things that we didn't even think we wanted, but we do know that we want when we get them, is the magic. So yeah, that's basically the levels of my group program. It's going to be starting next week. So we're all going to be holding hands next week on Wednesday. Same sort of thing as this. It'll be a community. And one of my amazing clients, Rachel, that you guys would have met, I think, in one of the masterclasses, in her testimonial, summarized it perfectly. And this is what I want to create. She said the masterclasses are like a hug in your pocket, somewhere that you can come home to, somewhere that you can just take your shoes off and feel at home, just knowing that there's a hug in your pocket. If you're having a bad day, you've got that community there. If you're having a good day, you've got that community there. No matter what it is you need, you've got that safe place where you can hold each other's hands, you can progress, you can celebrate all the milestones, and you can give each other a hug when it's a bad day. But that's what it's all about, is the human experience. And we're supposed to do it together. We need our cheerleaders. We need to have that community. And I guess it's like the dance session that I have every week. We're such a beautiful community that helps each other, pushes each other, inspires each other, shifts each other. And we've become like family. And that's what these sessions are for. And I was thinking of my favorite masterclass, and I thought, what if I could have this every week? What if we could build those relationships every week and celebrate every week? So that's what inspired me to do this 4-week group program. Where we can literally get to know each other and grow, and the program will actually fit around you as well. So as you give feedback, I will adjust it, and it's just going to be magical. So yeah, we're just going to basically be going deep dive into each one of these sections. So deep dive into those hidden marriages and just clearing them all, because that's what we just don't need them anymore. Shifting all the trapped emotions, getting rid of all those, and then just making amazing space for your favorite things, as my son says. And then we're just going to create the recipe of your best life. so that you can take that away with you and manifest it. And then you've got a game plan. And then the plan is you're going to send me a testimonial of how you had this amazing cake and how it was decorated by the universe and how amazing it was. So that's the whole game plan. The program will be recorded as well. So each of the sessions, so it's every Wednesday at 7:30, starting next Wednesday. And the sessions will be recorded. There will be a Q&A as well. And anything that comes up, I'm happy to do a bit of hot seat laser coaching. So yeah, and they'll be recorded so you'll be able to access them. And I'm also adding some other meditations as well. So we're going to do a meditation on trapped emotions that you can download or that you can access. And we're going to do one about the energetic divorce. And yeah, there's one more that we're going to do as well, but that hasn't been channeled yet. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, and you can email and I'll just adjust things towards what you want. So we're just going to really, get all the shifts as quickly as possible. And I think part of the reason why I wanted to do a group program is because I look after my son most of the time. He's only in nursery like 2 days, 1.5 days, which means my time's really limited, but my passion for helping people is really, you know me. So I just wanted to be able to help more people. So the idea is that we can all build this community to help each other as well. And we can just embark on this journey together, because that's all it's about. That's what it's about. The sessions will usually be about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how many people book in. But yeah, I like to over deliver, so we'll just see how it goes. And the more stuff you guys share, the more I can adjust it towards what you guys want. And yeah, we're gonna shift it. And I've got some exciting stuff coming up as well. So this is like stage 1. But next year I'm planning on creating the 6 chapters of motherhood. So basically these 6 chapters of motherhood will be a group program that you can just pick different chapters that you want. But it will go from clearing out all the old stuff to finding your soulmate, manifesting your soulmate, to building that relationship and having that strong relationship with them, to preparing for the pregnancy, preparing for the conception of your baby, to preparing for that positive pregnancy, to childbirth, to motherhood and beyond. So basically it will be different chapters that people can pick and choose, which will be beautiful, because the clients that have had their babies and have become intuitive parents can actually come in and help with different chapters as well. So my plan, my big plan is going to have guest speakers in as well. So people that have gone through the different chapters can come back and help with different chapters here and there. So, but yeah, more information to come on that one. But yeah, so yeah, if you guys feel that calling, then this is for you. If you feel that connection, if you feel that your soul wants that, then I'm here for you guys. And basically, we're just going to go a lot deeper in everything that you learned today. But this session was here to help you guys integrate everything. So everything that you've used today, you can start integrating. You can start identifying all the hidden marriages. You can start writing a list. You can start using that same technique to release them. So you've got that as a gift from my heart to yours. You've got the technique on the diamond method on how to release trapped emotions. So you can tune into your body, you can shift it, and you can use that visualization to start shifting it today. You've got the idea of the cake, so you can think of all the ingredients that would make your best life. You can start focusing on that and getting in alignment with that. And yeah, so you've got the tools, you've got the start. But if you feel like you want to go one step further, if you want me to hold your hand, then yeah, I'm here for you guys. I know, we can do it together, because I think when we embark on a journey together, it just shifts everything. Because you get to smile, you get to have fun, you don't feel like you're hitting your head against a brick wall. And with the up days and the down days, you get a hug in your pocket supporting you every step of the way. So, and the group program's designed around you guys, like this masterclass. I just get little ideas, and it's not until I actually connect with all of you guys that I get the inspiration of where the masterclass needs to go to support you guys for the best sort of transformation. And then thanks to all your feedback or your comments, then I adjust it towards what you guys need. And then of course you've got the recording as well, so you'll be able to deepen it and it'll be yours. So if that feels aligned, I've got £48 off I'll send the link into the chat. So yeah, if you book it within 48 hours, I've done a little promo for you guys. If you book it within the 48 hours, you just need to type a little coupon in called 48 Miracles. And I'm just sending the links in the chat. And basically that will give you £48 off. And yeah, and I'm so excited because I'm adding so much more stuff. So I feel like this program's going to evolve. I feel like it's going to shift, and I do feel like there might be an additional session, but we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how much we cover in the 4 weeks, but I just feel like it might be the 4 weeks and then we might have an additional sort of celebration session, probably a month later, to just reconnect with each other and just see how much has shifted, just celebrate. So we can bring the champagne for that one. If you choose. Whatever your amazing cake, your recipe for the best life is, then yeah, you can bring that along. And yeah, so yeah, you just type in the coupon. If you do want to get, actually I can put the direct link. I'm getting technical here. Yeah, so that's just, if you click on that, it'll just give you the discount, £48 off, and we're good to go. And I will see you guys. Yes, Sabina, that's the one. Yeah, you've already signed up for that, so you're already sorted. You got the launch price actually before I added all the other stuff. Yeah, Sabina, you booked it straight away, so you got like the when it was a slight idea, and now it's like growing, and then it will probably grow even more. So yeah. And so this replay will be available for a limited amount of time, probably about a week. So I'll share that on the emails, and then it will actually become part of the group program. So then you'll have lifetime access to that. So yeah. So yeah, there we go. Has anyone got any questions? I think I've covered everything. I'm just so excited because as you guys heal, as you guys bring your energy, I also heal. And as I have to adjust the sessions to what you guys need, it actually transforms me. So really, you guys are a gift to me. You guys are the ones that help me become a better healer. You're the ones who implant gratitude in my heart, because I'm just so grateful for you guys. And whether it's a little meditation, whether it's a masterclass, whether it's whatever program you want, whatever works best for you, just know that I'm here hugging you. And you guys are the reason why I do what I do. So I just love to open doors for you guys, and yeah, watch this space. There's something for everyone. So yeah, did anyone have any questions? Did you want to? Amazing. Right, so I'll stop the recording there, and then you guys can feel free to chat. But you've got all the links, so you guys are welcome to join me next week, and it will just be like this, but yeah, we'll go deeper, stronger. And because it's 4 sessions, it means I can spread it out a bit more, and then we can just literally deep dive, and there'll be lots more time to have a Q&A. But yeah, I'll stop the recording so that I can add it on, and then you guys are free to ask me any questions. Thank you guys so much for your time. You guys have invested your incredible time. Thank you for trusting me as your guide. And thank you so much for attending, sharing your energy with me. And yeah, I look forward to all these success stories and all the cake decorations. From my heart to yours, sending you so much love. Bye for now.